What's going on, guys? In this video I'm going to be talking about public speaking and why you should start public speaking to build confidence and help overcome your anxieties. I'm going to be talking about some things that I learned and how those things helped me to build confidence, and how public speaking was a great arena, a great space for me to step out of my comfort zone and face my fears. So keep watching and make sure you click subscribe below, and if you have any questions, post them below. So I remember the first time I had to public speak. I think I must have been like 16 or something, and it just went terribly. Went nervous, started sweating, kept on stuttering, and I couldn't get my message across. I couldn't speak up, and ultimately I hated it. I hated that moment, and since then I hated public speaking. Now fast forward maybe 5 years, and I started to realize I was lacking in confidence, and I wanted to increase my confidence, overcome my anxiety, and just generally be able to speak to people and express myself more. But what I found was I just didn't know how to go about it. I didn't know how I can take the first leap. And after delving in, researching, I came across public speaking, and many people were telling their stories about how public speaking helped them to express themselves more, speak up, and gain that confidence. So I plucked up the courage, and even though it took 6 months, I managed to then find a public speaking class, and I went for it. Now, it wasn't what I expected. I was definitely more nervous, and I will upload a video next so you can see some of the exercises that we did and how I came across, and I absolutely hated it. They made me do an improv, and I had to speak up, just speak whatever was going on in my head, and I hated it. And here I am doing a speech course, drama course, whatever you want to call it, and really it was for me to benefit from speaking out louder and becoming more confident with presentations, and just becoming more confident in vocalizing and speaking more powerfully. So the first reason why you should do public speaking is connection. Often when we're going through low confidence, feelings of being inadequate, not good enough, anxiety, we may not want to speak up to people around us, immediate to us, because one, you may be afraid they might judge us, you may feel they don't understand you. And although this may not be true, what you find is when you go into a public speaking class, and there's many different courses, I'll share some of my favorite ones down there in the comment section, but what you find is actually there's a lot of people who resonate with you. They understand where you're coming from. And I learned this first on my first ever public speaking course, where it was only actually 5 of us, which thankfully for me was really good because I was super nervous. And what I found is, although there was only 5 of us, every single one of us understood each other. We understood where we were coming from, that feeling of being shy, nervous, and the best thing about this is everyone was super supportive. So the course instructor and the people that attended were supportive, non-judgmental, and each one of us pushed each other to really get the best out of us. And at the same time, they allowed us to step back whenever we felt uncomfortable. So, connection. How often do you feel connected to other people? How often do you feel like you can share your message in a safe and comfortable place and feel like you've been acknowledged? You feel like people understand you and people have your back. And so what I found is in these public speaking courses, you're allowed to build this connection, and often it comes through vulnerability. Stepping up even when you're scared and trying something new, and not pretending to be someone else, not pretending to have an alter ego, but just being your complete self. And when you do this, when you be completely who you are, and in return people respond and they give you the acknowledgement you need, the acknowledgement you want, when you get that, that feeling is so immense, it feels so strong, and it allows you to grow. it allows you to become confident in who you are and not pretend to be someone else. And this is what I found in public speaking, and especially the courses that I attended. So I'll post the 3 courses that I went to below, and the first 2 particularly by Claire and Michael, what they allowed me to do was become more vulnerable and open up about myself and share my unique experiences and leave feeling not judged but feeling accepted and understood. So that's one reason why you should do public speaking. Keep watching and we're going to talk about a few more, but just before finishing off, I just want to talk about how connection is important, because when you feel connected to someone, you can accept who you are, you can allow yourself to be who you are, and this then allows you to build that confidence. When you start becoming confident in who you are, that's that authentic self-confidence that you want, not that fake confidence pretending to be someone else. That's useful here and there, but actually to really feel confident in yourself and own your power, own your truth, then the way forward is to accept yourself. And this is what some of the courses that I attended allowed me to do. It allowed me to speak my truth and express myself, and through that I was to build connections with other people. So that's one reason why you should do public speaking. And I was just lost, I just didn't know what to do. But by the end of the class, I left and I felt completely embodied in myself. I felt completely free and I was no longer thinking. And since then, I've done several other exercises and movement type exercises such as Muay Thai, gymnastics, and also Osho dynamic meditation, which is the most weirdest thing ever, and involves you screaming and just moving your body, and it's completely weird, but it taught me that my passion is movement. And next week, I dare you all to go and do something that involves movement, especially if you're scared or you feel depressed. Just start moving, doesn't matter how you look, because as you move your body, you free your mind.
Wow.
So number 2 is communication. Through public speaking, I was able to understand the intricacies of public speaking, such as tone, vocality, tempo, pausing, and taking those deep diaphragmatic breaths. So these are little things that I wasn't aware of, and it was only once I started doing public speaking I was able to understand the importance of these fine little intricacies and able to adapt them to my own speaking style. And what I found is, as I've been able to adapt it, as I've been able to spot those times when I'm not so confident and realize there's also a change in my tone, my vocality, my body language, and I kind of shy away, I'm kind of stepping backwards, but actually then I take control of my speaking, speak a bit louder, change my body language, speak up, express myself, use my hands. What I find is it's able to change my current state, and I'm able to get a bit more confident. I'm able to change my physiology and express myself more and step into that zone of confidence. And actually this then resonates with other people who are able to understand me. They're able to see how I'm changing, see the emotions changing within me, and they're able to see that actually I've become more confident. And initially I thought, no one could see the different subtle intricacies, but actually as I was talking to my friends, they were able to point out that actually I was talking more confident, I was able to express myself more, and over the course of time I was able to build on this, something that initially I thought I would never be able to grasp, and still it's an ongoing journey. There's so many layers to it and I'm still learning, but actually compared to where I was before and where I am now, I'm so much better. So if you're looking to improve your communication, and especially in this day and age where communication is so vital, whether you're going to work, whether you're communicating with friends, on social media, you need to be able to communicate and get your thoughts across and resonate with other people. So if you're looking to build confidence, one of the key aspects is changing and understanding your communication style and adapting that to become more confident, which is why you again should go public speaking. And thirdly, why should you go public speaking to build confidence? Well, you need to take action. At some point, to build confidence, to overcome some of your anxieties, you need to be able to step out of your comfort zone. And if your low confidence is linked to being scared of speaking up in front of other people, feeling like you're inadequate, not good enough, feeling like people will laugh at you, people will think you're stupid when you speak up for yourself, then public speaking is a great place where you can speak up, overcome your fears. And even though you may not feel like it initially, as you start breaking those hurdles and you start speaking up, and you realize that there's other people that understand where you're coming from, and they acknowledge what you say, and they nod to you, they smile at you, and they come to you and say, well done, I really liked what you did. What you start to feel is that feeling of understanding, that connection, and you're able to then step forward and push yourself even more. Even if you go really slowly, that's okay. The main thing is you're stepping forward and taking action, really moving forward. And public speaking, there's different courses out there, but there are some courses out there that are specifically made so that you can really step out of your comfort zone in a safe and comfortable place. And I've been lucky to find 3 courses that enabled me to do that. I'll share them with you, like I said, below, so have a look. But you have to, at some point, take that step forward and step out and face your fears. Step out outside your comfort zone. So, if you're looking to take action, and if you've done the internal work, if you've done the therapy, if you've done the mindfulness, you've done the journaling, you've done all the reflection stuff that I talk about, then at some point you need to take action and really embody the person who you want to become, the person you're becoming. So at that point, action is vital, and public speaking allows you to embody those traits that you've practiced and embody new traits that are within you, but you may not have realized that are in you, if that makes sense. So public speaking, check them out, check the links out below, and take action. It's okay if you fail. It's okay if you go out there and you stumble and you make yourself look like a fool. I've done that many times, and I've gone home and I've kicked myself. I'm like, why did I speak about that? Why did I do that? Why didn't I speak up? Why didn't I make friends with other people on the course? But actually, the fact is, I stepped out my comfort zone and I went to the event. I participated, something I would have never done in the past. And that in itself is a step forward. It's 1%, but in the end, the 1% adds up. So if you're looking to take action, go to a public speaking class now. Journaling. My friend suggested it, and to be honest with you, the first thing I did was I cringed. I hated the idea of journaling. I thought it's what hippies do. And I just couldn't get my head around it. But one day I thought, you know what, let me just give this a go. And I started journaling. Dear diary, I wrote. And I laughed at myself, like this is not me. But I carried on. And within 30 minutes, I felt absolutely free. I felt I could step forward away from the spot of lacking self-confidence, lacking self-worth. And as I looked down on my piece of paper and I saw my thoughts, my feelings, for the first time I could acknowledge and accept how I felt and what was stopping me from moving. Those are just 3 reasons why you should do public speaking. I haven't talked about other factors such as eye contact, improv exercises. I'll save that for another video. But essentially there are so many aspects and layers in public speaking that you may not be aware of. And each aspect will help you build confidence, help you step out of your comfort zone, and really help you build that connection with other people, help you express yourself, and help you really embody who you are and understand the truth of who you really are, and not have you pretending to be someone else. Everyone has different speaking styles, and hopefully through public speaking you can find your own style, your own way of expressing yourself. And it's freaking hard if you're watching this and you've never done anything like it, and you're watching me and you're like, yeah, it's easy for you to say. I understand, I was there. But at some point you're gonna have to step out and start to take action if you want to become more confident. And the links below are places where I felt safe, especially the first one. That was the first ever event I went to by Claire, and I really felt nervous at that point. I didn't know anything about public speaking. All I knew is I wanted to become more confident. And her courses are a bit out there. They do push you, but at the same time it's very supportive. It's a very small group, and it's a safe place to grow. And then if you want to push yourself a bit more, there's other courses I've also placed down below. Michael has a great course where he talks about vulnerability and really emphasizes that. And the Speak Up Challenge is great to really build up on the little skills and traits that you may not be aware of in public speaking. And at the end of the course, yeah, you have a chance to speak on stage to a large audience. So try those activities out. If you have any questions, let me know. But essentially, if you're looking to build confidence and you don't know how to take action, then public speaking is a great way to start. So give it a go and let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, post them down below or just send me a message. I do have spaces for my coaching, one-to-one coaching. It's a 3-month program where I take you through different skills and coaching techniques to help you build confidence. So if you're interested in that, if you're interested in overcoming certain anxieties and building that truth within you, building that stronger self, that better version of yourself, drop me a message and we'll see if we're compatible to work with each other, because perhaps you don't want to work with me and perhaps, I might not be able to help you. So drop me a message and we can go from there.